Hi guys, Ray here. City Fan TV, terrible, terrible, terrible. Into. Hi, Ali. Uh, Here to report. It's not going to be a long stream. I'm just going to clean my screen a little bit. It's not going to be a long stream. City have drawn 0-0 away at Crystal Palace, and depends how you want to look at it. You can look at it as a point gained. 4 points ahead of Liverpool. They got a game in hand. It's still in our hands, but with the chances we had. I don't think it was a great performance. I think it was one-dimensional. It's one of those. If we'd taken a couple of our chances, we'd have said it's a great performance, winning 2-0, blah, 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 blah. But when you play like that, and Pep doesn't change it. Sorry, I don't. This is not just. I'm frustrated with the performance. I'm frustrated with the result. But I'm also disappointed in the manager. And look, you can criticize the manager. Everybody's entitled to have their say on managers and players and whatever. And I don't say you can't. So anybody who wants to say, "Oh, don't criticize the manager," they can go to hell. Okay, we weren't that good. Pep should have brought somebody else on. Yeah. Look, I'm going to go to Faris's point. Why didn't Gundogan, Jesus, or Raz get a look in? Faris, we had 2 chances where we had that Bernardo one with just a goalie to beat. Okay. And he messed it up. The one that came off the post. We had the one that came off was that the one that came off the keeper? We had the Laporte one that came off the post. Okay, you can see it came up back fast, blah, blah, blah. We had the Mahrez one that came off the post, and I don't know what happened because the replays were going on for so long. I don't even know if we got a corner out of that. I don't know what happened. But the performance didn't deserve much. Let's be honest. In the first 5 minutes, we looked on it, but very quickly you could see we were making silly mistakes. As far as I said again, we're not only wasteful. Not only were we wasteful with our chances, there was 3 good chances there. And actually, I think the Foden one where was it KDB knocked it through to him. I think actually Foden was onside. But he took too long. Too many times we took too long. Mahrez put through by KDB. Took a touch. Well, Mahrez, he looked up and he still took a touch and then took it out. Man, you saw 3 men in the box. Just put it in a nice area. Really is stupid. It was stupid. He had so many opportunities. He was poor. I can't think of anybody that I say, wow, what they had a sparkling game. Too many misplaced passes, too many bad touches, and we had the chances. Pharisees, bang, 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 getting those bullet points in, spot on. Bad luck, says Alex Fawzi. Look, in the last 6 games or something, we've lost 1 and drawn 2. That's 3, 5, 7 points we've given up. Not good enough. Not good enough. And the thing is, it's not meant to be doom and gloom. But the team that with the momentum are Liverpool. They're going to come at City. They're going to come to Etihad, and they're going to have a right good go at us. And I think we crumble. That's my honest opinion, because we're not in sparkling form anymore. People want to put the finger on it. My mate Rahul said, as soon as Pep's been pushing Cancelo further out wide, okay, right on the line, and we've struggled since then. I've not had a chance to look at that. Cannon Fodder says referee was on our side. We still didn't win. We didn't deserve to win. They could have won that. Too many mistakes, too many lazy performances. Pep is not the smartest of managers, to be fair, says Omar Abdurrahman. Be smart, make exchanges. Be smart, defend when you have to. Sorry, but I don't think we will win the Champions League. With Pep, another manager with Leicester to see if he wins it. Yeah, that's a possibility. It's a possibility. Pep sometimes is overthinking. And, he dropped Mahrez for a few games when Mahrez was on fire. Why'd you do that, Pep? Why'd you drop the guy? It's not that he's tired or someone else deserves a chance. Mahrez is your top scorer. He's doing the business, and you leave him out for 2 or 3 games. Cannon Fodder says, are we slowly falling apart? Well, if you look at the last 6 or 7 games, in the league, I'm going to pull up our last few results, and it's hard to argue. We dropping points when we shouldn't be dropping points, and that's it. And I'm sorry if you're going to keep doing that. You're going to, we're going backwards. And someone said not too long ago, how City have peaked, and they peaked too soon. They peaked, in January. January they were peaking, and we're going to struggle to get our form back. Let's look at some results, okay? Southampton 1, Man City 1. That was in end of January, okay? We were lucky to beat Arsenal, lucky to beat them. But anyway, Southampton, we drew with them. We look at after that, okay? We beat Brentford 2-0, bottom of the table almost, okay? Bottom 5 or 6. They deserve to get beat, okay? Norwich, we beat them. Not great. We lost at home to Spurs. Okay, we beat Everton 1-0. Everton struggling like crazy. Yeah, a pretty poor. We got beat by them. Spurs, who were struggling, I think they would just come off the back of 2 home defeats. They beat us. So since January, we've not been great. Since January, we've been actually half-hearted. As I said, we drew with Southampton. We beat Brentford 2-0. We beat Norwich 4-0. We lost to Spurs 3-2. We beat Everton 1-0. We beat United, but United are rubbish. And today, so I'm sorry, we're not in great form. We were porting that Pep should have more. I wouldn't say half time, but at least after 60, 70 minutes, Theo Transfer's Liverpool is to win. Man City was so predictable. Yeah, I said it on Twitter. I said we were one-dimensional. Dropped 9 points from Southampton and Palace. Yeah, I can't argue. Walker Laporte, Walker offered us very little, if I'm honest. He had one of those games. It was a malaise through the team. Adam says no change from Pep, and it's true. Pep should have made some changes. You can't leave them. Now, Gabriel Jesus says, what's the guy got to do to get a game? What's Gabriel Jesus got to do to get a few minutes? At the start of the season, he was playing really well. Frustrating. And as I said, a bit of it's that because we played poorly, we didn't score, we wasted our chances, we drew 0-0, we've let Liverpool back in the title hunt and all that. But Pep makes some changes. How did Rodri not get booked? Surely he was paying Rodri was poor. He made some really poor cheap fouls today that were wrong. Game and chances were there, says Aaron, as another 11 games up the team. Well, look, we've given it up. We make too many mistakes, says Omar Abdurrahman. We're rubbish at the moment, let's be honest. And you can't argue with that. As I said, I went through those games, 6 or 7 games, and we've lost 1 and drawn 2. Hi, Chris. We had missed so many chances tonight. I think we should have brought Gundogan on in the second half. Gundogan would have offered us something different. We were one-dimensional, passing it around side to side, looking for an opening. Just do something different. Just do something different. Kind of fun says, I've just about had enough with Grealish. I knew he was going to be a flop as soon as we signed him. Jesus probably had to change his nationality to Spain so he would start. I don't get why Pep was falling in the false 9 just to accommodate Grealish. That's a great point. I've said our best wide man, and I said it in before the game, isn't Jack Grealish. Our best left winger is Phil Foden. Play Phil Foden there. I've said it before. If you want to squeeze KDB into the side, you play Bernardo with Bernardo Silva with Gundogan, put KDB down the middle, Mahrez on the right, Foden on the left. For me, that's miles better. Miles better. Grealish has been all right today, but Foden would have done better there. City by far the better team, but we couldn't score. Look, Blue Moon 2022. Palace did what they had to do, and they had half a dozen pretty good opportunities that they messed up. Yeah, I agree, Faris. You should come on more often, Faris. Rodri's been poor for a while. 3 or 4 games, he's been shocking. Fernandinho should be starting now the Champions League game. He was immense, says Omar Abdurrahman. Pep's got to do something because as we've all noticed, we've all seen it, we've all witnessed it since the Christmas, since the New Year, we have not been that good. As I said, first game in this year, we beat Arsenal 2-1. We were lucky. We beat Chelsea 1-0. We drew Southampton 1-1. And then we've gone on to beat teams that we should be beating, like Everton, but only just, like Brentford, like Norwich. But we've got beat by Spurs, who we should be beating. And just look at it. It's just one of those things. Okay? One of those things where one of these games Liverpool would have given up, almost given up. Personally, I think Oli Stones and Mahrez had a good game. I don't think Mahrez had a good game, Faris. I think he made too many mistakes, too much overthinking. He wanted to be the man. Look, if you class, like the commentators did tonight, if you class having a great first touch as being everything in a footballer, you're crazy. And I'm talking about the commentators saying, "Oh, he's got a great first touch. He's best in the world, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, but do something with it. There's no point. We were slowing the game down too much. Mate, I can't read your name. I can't read what that is. I really enjoy your show. I always say the facts don't sugarcoat. It's not worth sugarcoating. We were rubbish. We were all right, Shan. We were rubbish. Rodri turning circle of a boat, says the Dean. Alex says, just give him the league. Nah, behave yourself. The Dean says, we missed some sits. Absolutely. That Bernardo Silva, he hasn't scored for a while, has he? Mr. Foden, when he had a chance, when he was through late on, he was given offside, but I don't think it was. Whether it was or it wasn't, he should have done better. Laporte, I think that's 2 Laporte Smiths that have come off the post that he should have been scoring. One tonight, I can't remember the other game. And Mahrez had chances. Yeah, Foden had an opportunity. Bernardo Silva. It's just crazy. Massive wake-up call for Pep, says Eddie Brownhill. Must now wait to see how he reacts to it by Sunday. We are too passive. Liverpool playing better at the moment and have better momentum. Absolutely. Look, Liverpool are winning game after game after game. Now there's a bit of pressure on Liverpool. But I actually think they'll handle the pressure better than us. Why? Because they've come from behind. If you're leading for a while, if you do drop a point, well, there's always pressure on you to keep that gap. But now they've been underdogs, or they've been chasing for so long. I think the pressure is not on them as much as it's on City. Pep should change formation, says Umar Abdurrahman. Grealish, not sure what he does, says the Dean. He didn't play well. Hurricane will probably come to you, says Jake. I don't think so, mate. He had his chance last year. He blew it. He had his chance last year, and we've already got Alvarez, and we're looking at Haaland. I don't think Kane comes now. Faris says we need to admit that we have been poor for a while. The United game and Sporting game were the only ones where we look good. We look good, Faris, partly because they look bad. United are shocking, okay? And look, until we took control in the second half, it was only 2-1 at halftime against United. They had a couple of chances as well. So, we're not being clinical has hurt us again. We had the chances, we didn't take them. And it's one of those games where you can play poorly. I don't think we played brilliantly, but we had enough chances. So it's one of those games that if we'd scored from 2 or 3 of those chances, we would have said, hey, we were brilliant because we created 3 or 4 chances. We scored 3 goals. We were fantastic. I mean, that's what difference a goals make. But I don't think it was a great performance, as we've discussed earlier. Far too many mistakes, bad passes. It's incredible how many bad passes we had. I mean, I don't look at the stats. I don't know where to look for unforced errors, but some terrible passing, some terrible thought processes. And we're on the back foot now. We're under pressure, and it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for us. We have to somehow dig deep. And normally we are good at digging deep, but if you think we've just lost 7 points. We've lost 7 points in as many games. But Umar Abdurrahman, everybody does that. Some players, they take 30 seconds. We shouldn't be crying. It's frustrating and can make you angry, but we shouldn't be relying on added time to win games. And Shan says we need that strikers. Haaland must be here. We're not deadly in front. Well, that's true, but then we lose somewhere else. But maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to get a striker. Just to do, I want to something different. And Pep said, like, hey, you know what? We've been one-dimensional all game. We'll keep going on. We'll carry on being one-dimensional. That's what we were from start to finish. And look, I agree. As I said many times this tonight, we had our chances. If we'd taken a couple of chances, played like that and won 2-0, we'd have been here praising City and praising Pep. But we didn't. So we're right to criticise. Chris Welch, it's shocking we didn't make changes. It's ridiculous. Abu Khalid says one thing was clear: Cancelo was far too off in his passes. He should have not have played if he was still sick. Could have caused 2 goals in the first half. Laporte played better defence. Well, Laporte was poor for me. Nobody had a cracking game. Honestly, I mean, you could argue that Stones was pretty good, but no one had a great game that made you think, wow, they were brilliant. You know, they were just unlucky or something. Digging deep doesn't work for us anymore. We run out of ideas like Chelsea and Liverpool can dig deep and get results. Look, let's be honest. Chelsea were lucky against Newcastle. They should have had Havertz could easily have been sent off for what he did. They should have had a penalty against them, and maybe Newcastle go on and win that game. So they were very lucky. But hey, they dug deep. They got the goal. They got the 3 points. Liverpool have been winning even with poor performance. Absolutely, Faris. We are not only poor forwards, we're shocking in midfield. Yeah, we're giving up the ball too easy. Well, here's the thing. A lot of games we scored a goal in the first half early on, and then we just control the game and pass them to death. Then it's okay, but it didn't work. Rodri not looking like himself, so it's Faris. Part had bad passes in the first half, agree, but better in the defence, covering few. Yeah, it wasn't that good. There's a couple of times where he did some poor headers, where he's chasing back, and it might be 2-on-2, but he's going to get the ball. You should be heading that ball out, okay? And what does he do? He just heads it in the air, back into the middle of the pitch where he doesn't know who's coming and what's happening. I'm sorry. Safety first. You've got to play risk-free football. You've got to be heading that off the pitch for a throw-in. Let them have it. Yeah, 0-0, Luca, not very good. Generally, City were better in first half, but became nervous second, losing the focus. Yeah, look, as the game wore on, you could see City was, struggling for confidence. They were irritated. They were frustrated. Right, guys, I think that's my lot for tonight. KDB was all right. Bernardo was horrible and wasteful as well. Foden isn't getting involved too much, and that's not his fault. Yeah, he shouldn't be playing there, Faris. He shouldn't. He shouldn't at all. Guys, look, it's still in our hands. No, it wasn't the best, as we said, not the best performance. Certainly not the result we wanted. But it is what it is, guys. We've got to move on. Got to take it on the chin. And hopefully we will bounce back. Look, it's still in our hands. Liverpool have got to go to Arsenal. Have they got to get something from Arsenal? Let's see. I don't think Arsenal will win. I don't think Arsenal will get anything. I think Liverpool are going to thump them, to be honest. Look, season. Look, it's not doom and gloom, guys. Season's not over. We're still in the driving seat. But we've got to start doing something different. We're paying 100 million. Yeah, absolutely, Faris. It's wrong that he's playing there. It's wrong, especially when it's not working. Why couldn't, after 70 minutes, Pep put Foden out left and put Jesus down the middle, yank Grealish off the pitch? Why couldn't he have done that? Give them something, because they were handling us. They were dealing with us, man. It's frustrating. Anyway, guys, finish the stream with a smile. We're still in the driving seat. We still got a lead over Liverpool. Still in our hands, guys. We just got to hope that we can get out, as I said earlier on, get out of this malaise. Get out of this malaise and get back to what we're doing best, and that's winning games. Guys, look after yourselves. Look after yourselves. And, I was reading these comments. Yep, guys. All right, guys, look after yourselves. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow evening. We'll do a little stream on the player ratings. Not going to get many good ratings tomorrow, guys. But look after yourselves. Have a good night. Take care.